What's up everybody, welcome back to channel CodeX. Once again, today in this live stream I'm going to give away on the occasion of 20k subscribers. So thank you so much, first of all the subscribers who have clicked on that red button and made this channel reach 20k milestone. So that's a big achievement for me at least. And yes, we are going to have some chit chat, we are going to have some discussion around the Flutter, around my channel, around myself. Like, you can ask your questions. If you want to know me better, you can ask personal question. If you want to understand something in Flutter, you can ask that too. And that will be pretty much agenda of this live stream. I hope this time the stream doesn't lag, because I have done all the setup properly. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Let me know in the feedback as well if you can hear me properly and if you can, see the stream without any interruption. So a lot of people have joined. BL Kumawat in the house. How are you doing, BL Kumawat? He's our regular viewer. Thank you so much for joining. Basir Hashmi in the house. So maybe what I can do, I can close from here, or maybe I can just turn to very poor quality on my iPad so that I don't consume much data, because I need that for streaming. All right, so here I'll be watching in 144. So a lot of people are saying it's lagging. So what I can do for that, let me just stop playing here. All right, so I'll be watching myself in this live stream panel. So it should be fine. Just it will require a little bit of time, initial time to boot up, and then things will be fine. So how you guys are doing, let me know. Just a second. Okay, everything is fine. I just got scared that I haven't pressed the live button. Perfect. So Wilson developer in the house, he's saying lag. So this should be fine in a couple of minutes, hopefully. Pixar links, I'm a GetX believer now because of you. Thank you so much. Our channel has a lot of content around the GetX package. So a lot of people recognize CodeX as a GetX GetX tutorial. So that's really great to hear. People are learning GetX because of the channel CodeX, and I'm also one of the, not one of the early adopters of GetX. So I came to know about GetX from one of my viewer, and then I tried GetX, and eventually it became my tool for development of Flutter. So BL Kumawat says video quality is awesome. That's perfect. We are in a good shape today. And let me tell you that 3 times this Streamlabs have failed me. Like I started the streaming and I can see it's lagging, everything is stuck, and I have to eventually cancel the stream. So this time hopefully it will be fine. And let me switch to this new theme. Okay, so Anin Arafat in the house. I'm doing great. Tushar Mazino, any resource you know for efficient Firebase modeling? Not as particular. Okay, enemy heaven, some more pubs like GetX. Okay, sure, more there will be more tutorials on GetX for sure. Congratulations on 20k. Thank you so much. 216 Vaishnav Datir, thank you so much. And I'm just yeah, here comes the chat in the window. I was thinking that why the white box is empty, it should have all the chats. Perfect. Thank you so much, Fan Joe. So what is the agenda for today's live stream? There's something special for you. Of course, I'm going to go ahead with the giveaway later on in the video. We're going to have some chit chat. We're going to have some discussion around Flutter topic if you want, around my like personal things if you want to ask, or about my channel, how I'm doing videos, any stuff you want to discuss. So we're gonna have that healthy discussion now today. Not so much into technical part. I'm not going to do any tutorial. I'm not going to do any live coding or stuff like that. So just normal hi hello between me and you. I'm sitting here, the camera in front of me, and you people around the globe. Okay, so let's take few questions randomly. Etishan ul Haq is asking how to change bundle ID in Flutter project, having issue in my project. So the easiest way I find it is go to the Android manifest, and there you can change the package ID. And if you do that, you have to change the folder name as well where your main activity resides. So you have to do these two things for Android. Go to Android manifest, change the file name, change the package name, and change the folder structure also according to your new package name. And for iOS, it's pretty much easy. You just open up in Xcode and then you can rename in the info playlist. They have the property window there. You can edit. If you want to change the package name from public commonplace for Flutter, you can do that in pubspec YAML file, I guess, but I'm not sure whether that will reflect in other projects or not. But what I do generally is go to Android manifest and go to the info playlist and change the package name manually. Okay, we have so much questions from the people. Okay, let's take one by one. BL Kumawat saying, my name is there. Thank you. Yes, BL Kumawat is one of the viewer who always do super chat, so of course your name will be there. So anybody who does super chat, his name will be there on the top, the recent one, right? Okay, so Basir Hashmi is asking, have you got sir my question, how to cache data retrieved from the MySQL server to JSON? So basically, you get the data in JSON, then you can cache in different way. You can store that in SQLite database, which is a relational database, or you can store something simple like in the form of JSON as a string. You can save inside GetX storage. Then there's there's so many storage packages out there. So you can use Hive, you can use GetX storage, you can use SQLite, anything. If you want to store as a structured data, the table format, you can use SQLite. And if you want to store just the JSON part, you can use GetX storage. Okay, Wilson developer, how to connect Firebase to a real server, my PC as a storage? No, you can't do that unless you have a static IP address. So any system is exposed to outside world with a public static IP. What does it mean? That your computer should be reachable from any place in the world using single IP address. If you do that, then you can reach your system. All right, Shiva is asking, how is your brand new car? Any tips to buy a car for new buyers? So let me do this, crack the egg now. I've been busy for a couple of months taking the driving license in UAE, which is one of the most difficult thing you will face in UAE. Like, getting the driving license is really, really tough here. They will not let you make any single mistake and pass. So if you do even like while doing a parking, if you do even a inch of variation, then you are failed, because here everything is automated. They have the cameras, they have the sensors. So even if your side mirrors, if it falls on the line, if you park, then you're failed. So they have very strict rules, they have very hard rules. So alhamdulillah, it took around 2 months for me, and that's really a very less duration of time, because people generally take 6 months, 8 months, and like 3 months, like so. So 90% case it's like that. People take more than 6 months, more than 3, 4, 5 attempts to pass. So I got the chance, like I was the luckiest one to pass in the first attempt. So that was the thing. I got the license, I got the car, and alhamdulillah, everything is going good. Thank you so much for asking this question. Okay, so next up, let's take a few questions. How to use server as database in Flutter? What do you mean by server as database? Basically, you have the APIs hosted on server, and then you consume that APIs, and that API basically talks to the server. So there's 3 layers: mobile, APIs, and the web server. How to cache data retrieved from MySQL server to JSON Flutter Dart? Brother, I have answered this question earlier. You get the JSON data, which is a string formatted data, right? It's a string basically, and that you can store using GetX storage. You provide the key and the value will be your JSON string. Okay, Deepak is asking, Django REST framework is best Flutter. Django also is becoming very popular, and of course, I'm planning for to create some videos on Django as well. So let's see what we come up with. What is a clean architecture in Flutter? It is what you prefer. So because Flutter doesn't have any predefined structure, Flutter doesn't enforce you to follow something out of their, like they don't restrict you to follow some architecture. So whatever suits you best, you can follow that. It's on you how to keep your folder structure clean, how to keep everything organizable, so that you can understand later on, your team can understand. So it's all on you. And of course I have created one video, I think it was a live stream, where I show how to keep the folders with the views, models, and controllers, of course, and how to group your pages and everything, stuff like that. All right, we have Nodejs who have done a super chat of 40 rupees. Thank you so much, I really appreciate. BL Kumawat has done a super chat of 100 rupees. I really appreciate Banwari Kumawat, thank you so much for that. And yeah, you guys made my day awesome. All right, so if you have any other question or about other than the Flutter thing, you can go ahead and ask here in this live stream. All right, so let's have a clap for BL Kumawat and Nodejs. Perfect. I think there's some lag here, maybe. Okay, Abby Matthew in the house, who is one of our channel member. Thank you so much, Abby Matthew. And I'm really sorry, everyone, including my channel members, because I was not able to produce that extra video for my members especially. So I'm really sorry. And the reason being, I was busy taking the license. I was busy doing all the classes, all the driving instructions and stuff like that. And it was, very hard time for me being, like we are into jobs now, we are doing jobs, so we don't have that habit of listening instruction, we don't have that habit of listening to someone's command in that way like we used to do in the schools. So my driving instructor, he was very harsh on me. He was doing like, why you're smashing the brake, why you're doing this, why you're doing that, and I was getting like frustrated, why you're torturing like a teacher. So that was a fun story. But alhamdulillah, it was very good, and passing in a first attempt, it has its own joy, it has its own experience if you pass the driving license here in the first attempt. Because see, generally what happens here, if a person asks you, like if you tell someone that I got driving license, the first question they will ask you here is how many attempts you have given. So that is a very common scenario here, like 3 attempts, 4 attempts, it's very common. So that is the thing, and that's why like it took a little bit of time for me to come up with a video. Okay, people are saying that my video is lagging. Can you explain about Stream Builder lagging? I'm really sorry, brother, because it's lagging. Let me see what I can do for this. Maybe I can close other windows just in a moment. All right, so I'm back. Potentially there was a reason, like I was using in my some of other device the videos and stuff, so I've closed everything. Hopefully this time it should be fine. All right, Nishit Patel have asked a question. I have followed you base client tutorial in a GetX with a Dio library. Now I want to add request retrier interceptor. So can you tell me how can I add interceptor in GetX controller? Nishit Patel has asked a very good question, which I haven't tried myself. I have that plan to do that, and it's a little bit advanced question. So for the people to understand what interceptor does, whenever you request something, interceptor, as the name sounds, it's going to intervene in between. So basically, if the API fails, if something happens, so that you can retry. If something like you got maybe your token has expired or something like that, you can retry. It will automatically trigger another call. So maybe I'll come up with a video explaining that, how you can add interceptor, how you can request another API, how you can get the token back from the server again. So those kind of stuff we can do with interceptor, and I'll plan for that. That's a really nice question, Nishit Patel, so I'll keep in mind about the interceptor. Thank you so much for asking that question. Okay, Anin Arfa is saying video is lagging, and that is really unfortunate. I guess that is because of Streamlabs. I have tried really hard to keep everything simple so that it doesn't lag, but still if it's lagging, oh my gosh. Okay, your background show is awesome, Afzal. Thank you so much, Shiva. Thank you, I really appreciate. Aditya Patole is asking, I want to integrate my Python code with a Flutter app, how it can be done. So which Python code you want to integrate? Like Python is your server-side programming language that you want to integrate with Flutter, or you have some logic which you want to just put inside Flutter application. That is not possible because Python libraries, they have a different runtime system, and Flutter, they have Dart runtime system, so it won't be compatible. If you're asking that your backend server is running on Python, so of course you can do with the help of APIs which returns the JSON, so you can easily communicate. All right. Wilson developer is asking, can you make a tutorial about how to make an online store app? So anything like a complete full-fledged app cannot be covered inside a tutorial. That's, you know, a personal kind of a request. But yes, I have a video on talking about adding to cart, doing those sort of stuff, but that's really basic, where I just show how to increment the number of cart, how to add the total price and stuff like that. I can even feel that the video is lagging a little bit, so let me just close this part as well. And I'm really sorry guys, I am trying really hard so that the video doesn't lag, but unfortunately my system is not supporting me for that. Okay, so I have closed this window as well. Now only thing open in front of me is my chat window. So hopefully I'm not even consuming that extra video preview as well. So let me see. BL Kumawat has asked a question, brother, can you down video quills so it will be perfect, it will not lag, maybe it will work. I'm planning to develop a virtual assistant using Python, and that I want to add in my Flutter app, so is it possible? So virtual assistant you want to develop in Python, and that, so maybe you can have a backend server who's doing all the calculation thing. If you want to do that, virtual assistant, yeah. So maybe you have to communicate back and forth to the server, like how does the Siri works. Whenever you give a command, it takes that audio, it sends to the server, it analyzes, and then it gives you return the information. So if you want to do something like that, you have to create your server in Python, and then like you have to communicate back and forth between your mobile app and to the server. All right, so let's come to the interesting part here, where we are going to, let me just see quickly. Perfect. Now I hope it's not lagging. Okay, so the problem now is I can't see the chats. So either of which I have to keep both the windows. Let's see. Perfect. Yeah, I was talking about the interesting part now. So let me share my screen and talk about the giveaway, because we are celebrating 20,000, which we have reached almost 20,500 subscribers. Now I can again see it's lagging, so probably I will close this window. Okay, I'll not be using. Okay, so about the giveaway. So if you have heard about, let me just show you instead of talking. Okay, here we have the flex clip, and let me just share my screen quickly. Screen recording. Here we go. Perfect. So I hope you guys can see my screen, and what we're talking about, we are going to give you 5 people randomly. I'll select, and he will get flex clip subscription for 6 months. Yes, so it costs $29 per month, and for 6 months, so you can calculate, right? $180, right? So what flex clip does, if you ever wanted to create some intro videos, or like you want to wish someone on their birthday with a nice videos, you want to create your own presentation, you want to create some sort of intros, extra, anything like that. So let me just quickly share what flex clip can done. And I've recently tried this, and I'm amazed with what you can achieve with this simple solution, where you just select any template and you can get the, you know, like a professional made video in a moment. So say for example, for your agency, you want to run some kind of advertise. So you just put your text, they have all the audio, they have all the footage, like it's free to use. So you can upload it anywhere. you use music on your own choice. So I don't recommend anybody to use music and stuff like that, because I personally don't use it. But if you want, at your own wish, you can use. So you will get a template to create any kind of video. Like if you want to create a birthday video, wedding video, memorial video, anything, promo. And if you want to work on a YouTube video as well, you can do that in here in the flex clip, right? So this you are going to get for 6 months, okay, a business license. So what you have to do for this, you have to go to the Twitter channel, okay? I'll put all the description in the video details. So you have to go to the Twitter channel and write down with the hashtag Flutter and my Twitter handle, which is @AfzalAli15. Okay, let me just show you real quick. Okay, I'm not sure whether I am showing my screen or not. Okay, so yeah, we are back, and yeah, I'll put all the descriptions in the all the procedure how you can participate in this giveaway. You have to go to Twitter and write down hashtag Flutter and what is that one thing you like in Flutter and what is that one thing you don't like in Flutter. Any of these, like if you want, you can specify both of them, or if you want to specify just one. So don't forget to add hashtag Flutter, and then at the bottom mention the handle @AfzalAli15. So I'll just put that in the comment section. Hashtag Flutter. What is that one thing you like and or dislike in Flutter? Okay, this question you have to answer, and at the end you have to put this handle AfzalAli15. So you can check right now in the chat box what you have to follow, what you have to do to get that business license for FlexClip for 6 months. And we have one more surprise giveaway at the end of the video, at the end of the live stream. So which I'll be telling you in a moment after we take few questions from you guys. Okay. Ikramullah is saying, in interview mostly they ask about Google Maps integration, AWS integration, video streaming. Can you please cover these topics? So yes, I remember today's post on YouTube, somebody has asked me to cover the second part of interview series. So hopefully I'll be creating an interview series as well. I have one video on the interview where I have shown the general question people ask on Flutter. But that was created 1 year back. So that time Flutter was really basic. Everybody was asking a basic question about column, about layout and stuff like that. But now it has matured at the level that people are asking about integration with Firebase, as he said, with AWS. So all those things, people are asking those questions in the interview. Even when I take interview, I ask those questions. So I'm going to create all the second part of this interview series, where I'll tell you the basic question, the standard question, which you may expect from interviewer, right? And that will help a lot of people. So let's take few other questions. Probably we'll continue this live stream for maybe 15-20 minutes more if people are interested, of course, because I can see there's a lot of problem going on with the stream quality, with the stream lagging, and for that reason I have to close all the windows, and only in front of me is my chat window where I can read your comments. All right, so let me see whether I am showing the proper screen or not. Perfect. Okay, Muhammad Azam is saying, please make a wallpaper app using GetX. So there's nothing fancy in making a wallpaper app. What you want to achieve, like you want to show all the image galleries and people should be able to download the image and set it as wallpaper. So that would be pretty straightforward. You just have to call the APIs to get the all images. You can use staggered grid view or staggered list, all those stuff to show in a nice formatted way, and you just provide a mechanism to download to their gallery. That's all you need to do. Okay, if you want to set the wallpaper directly from your application, then you have to read the documentation for platform specific thing, because that is something Flutter cannot do itself. It's a platform specific thing. So you have to read the documentation for Android and iOS, how you can set wallpaper directly from your application. All right. So Anin Arfa is asking, can you do a video about how to deploy app into Play Store or App Store? I believe there's a very nice documentation by Flutter team where they have shown exact command, exact key store creation, whatever you need to upload the video. But if you want, whatever you need to upload the application on Play Store, if it is required, I'll see like if people are interested, or maybe I can create one complete walkthrough, starting from creating new project to adding the pages, writing some business logic and deploying on the store. So maybe we can have such kind of video which tells end-to-end journey of creating application. But of course, if you want help that right now, you can go ahead and check that Flutter documentation. It's really helpful. It's really easy. You will love them for the documentation part. Okay, so let's take a few more questions. Technical Om is asking, I'm having an app and when I migrate to null safety, then some package are not supporting null safety. How to handle that? So the first step of migration is you check whether all the packages support null safety or not. If it doesn't support, then you should not migrate. You must not migrate, because unless all the packages are supported, you cannot migrate to null safety. Because when you upgrade the Dart version, when you upgrade to null safety, all your code, including the packages which you're using, will be linked as a null safety feature. So if they don't follow that, your application will not even compile. So make sure you do the check first, and for that also you have a command inside Flutter which you can run. Flutter, maybe it's related to pub, Flutter pub, and then outdated null safety, right? So you will come to know which packages are not supported yet and which packages you are using, but that is from the older version. So the package owner has provided the newer version with null safety, but you are not using, so you can immediately upgrade that package and use null safety. All right. Okay, I hope that answers the question. Muhammad Azam is asking, I'm saving the wallpaper in GetX storage and fetching wallpaper from Firebase. That's perfect. That is what you want to do. You want to fetch something and store somewhere in the application. But I will not recommend to save the wallpaper using GetX storage, because GetX storage is only meant for the lightweight data, strings, some JSON data and stuff like that. If you want to store the image, I will recommend go ahead with the file storage, which means you have to use the path provider package, which will give you access to downloads, documents, and all those folders, and there you can store. You may want to create your own folder for that, so you can do that as well. All right, so let's take another question before we end this stream, maybe 15 minutes more. Let's see. Anin Arfa has asked a question. Oh, that's an interesting one. How old are you? How old am I? I am 28 years old. Sorry. I'm 28 years old, and yes, I'm born in 1993. So next year I'll be 29, inshallah. BL Kumawat has asked, what do you think about Nodejs? Nodejs is really a good technology. I wanted to learn it, but for some reason, mainly the time constraints, I'm not able to. So Node.js people are using for different purposes, like server-side programming. They're doing web application, and a lot of things people are doing with Node.js, and it's really fun. It's really good to learn Node.js. A lot of my colleagues, they have taken Udemy courses for Node.js. They're learning it, and I'm seeing the buzz around for Node.js. So I'm interested, but I'm not getting that spare time to spend on YouTube videos for Flutter, the family time, the office time. So all those things I have to manage. But yeah, if you're interested, you can go ahead and learn that. It's going to be good situation for Node.js developers in coming future, inshallah. So SDM Mahale is asking, what are other tools which I learned after Flutter to full stack mobile development with the backend also? So first thing you may want to learn is the Firebase. You may want to learn how their FCM works, how the Firestore works, how the real-time database works. Those all the things you can learn. And then you may want to switch to something like a NoSQL database. So that would be like really helpful going forward for full stack developer. Okay, what are the tools? Okay, I have covered this question. Nishit Patel has asked, hello Afzal, I have created a list with multi-input box. Okay, you have created a list with multi-input box. Now I want to change focus on keyboard next button. How can I do that? So if I remember correctly, the text input field, it has the action command. It has something related to what should be the next action. So if you provide that next or done, there are presets, like you can say done, so that time it will dismiss everything. If you say next, so it's automatically going to find the next focusable item and it's going to jump there. So just go ahead and check out the property for text input field. You will find something where you can provide these actions for the keyboard. So basically at the bottom in the keyboard, at the left bottom corner, you can see what is the action. So if you see the done button, it means that it's going to dismiss the keyboard and it will not focus anywhere else. But if you see the next button, then you can jump to the next focus. So basically there's a property for that you have to explore. Onion Arfa is saying Nodejs is nice. Of course it is good. Azraf Al-Monzin is saying, can you make a video about WebRTC with Flutter, like real-time voice call and video call type things? So I came across a really nice package, a really nice tool, you can say. It's called ConnectCube. So ConnectCube, okay, can we expect a socket IO video? Sure. All right. So yes, to answer your question, there's a package called ConnectCube, and of course you have to take the license of that. That provides you end-to-end integration of live chat or live video call if you want to do, or live audio call. Everything is provided in the same simple input box. And there's a lot of other packages as well which you can use for video call, audio call and stuff like that. Sometimes I make silly mistakes while talking because I'm focusing on too many things. There's a laptop, there's this keyboard, I'm previewing something. So a lot of things going on. So just ignore if I make some silly mistake. Okay, let's take few more questions before we end this session. Can we expect a socket video, IO video? That is something not coming up really soon. I'm sorry about that. Okay, Vaishnav Datir is asking, according to you, what is the future of mobile app development? Mobile app development is not going anywhere for sure. iOS, Android, Fuchsia, Huawei OS, one after other, the OS will be coming up. We will just have to upgrade ourselves for the different form factors. So now as a mobile developer, we are not limited only to the vertical form factor where we have just to focus on the 16:9 ratio and the vertical form factor. No, we have to target the small device, the landscape mode, the tab format. So things will change in a way of different sizes of the device. So we have to think about the adaptability, and that should be pretty much it. Mobile development, mobile OSs are going to be there. So we just have to move around to what we call as responsive design, which works on all the devices, right? Okay, technical legend gamer in the house. Hi, how are you doing? I'm good. Please call me. Okay, technical, I have taken your name. So let's take new question from BL Kumawat. For the next text form field, there is on this, we need to pass this focus node. Exactly. So text form field has the property. I guess I'm not really sure what is the name, but I'm quite sure there's a property which will define what should be the action of text form field. Done, next, okay. So there's a lot of things we see in the bottom. So that is there in the text form field. Okay, Balfaz is saying, what is your favorite state management and why? That's a nice question. I use GetX for all of my projects. I love GetX because it's very simple. We can just achieve any state by just writing a simple variable with OBX. So that's why I love GetX. Okay, all about your journey in programming. Tell about your journey in programming. So SDM Mahale, if you people are interested to know, And to know about whom you're listening, whom you're learning from, I have failed 2 times in my first year fundamental of programming language. Yes, that is truth. So that's like actually a fun story. When I joined engineering, I was not totally into software development. I was not totally interested into mobile programming stuff. So I was having more interest going towards the architectural side, development side, architecture, building, and all those sort of things that used to, fantasize me. So I was thinking I will become architect, I will become a builder, I will create building plans and stuff like that. That small models used to, fantasize me. But later on I saw that there's a demand for software. My relatives, of course, they suggested me go for the software development, go for the programming things. It's going to be the next thing coming up. So I said, okay, let's go for it. And in the first year of my college, the fundamental of programming language, where they teach you how to write hash include, how to write a print statement, how to print multiple stars in a pyramidal shape or in form of triangle, 90-degree triangle, how to print stars. So even those things, I was stuck. I was not actually able to learn those things. Why this is this? Why we have hash? Why we have print statements? So I was that dumb at programming initially. And later on, when I realized after failing 2 times that, okay, this is going to be my mainstream, I have to learn programming anyhow because I'm into this now. So then from the second year of my engineering, I started learning programming, and alhamdulillah, by end of the second year, I became the best student in programming. So other students used to come to me whenever there's a practical in programming language. If they're listening right now, my friends and colleagues, my college mates. So yeah, I used to teach them programming before the practical session before them. So that was my initial story, and that's how I started programming. Failed 2 times, then I realized, okay, this is what I have to do. And then when I picked up, alhamdulillah, I'm going really good. Now I understand programming really well, and I'm able to teach you guys as well. Okay, let's take some comments, what people are asking. Ikramullah is saying, please upload a weekly basis video. I was missing your videos from last few weeks. And Ikramullah, for the same reason that I was busy with a lot of things, driving license, buying a car, and family things also. So inshallah, I will try to do my best to upload a video regularly basis. And there's another reason as well, because I try to upload, meaningful videos every week, which really adds up to your Flutter knowledge in terms of creating a business application or any kind of application you want to create. I don't just upload, a fancy UI thing where you just watch like a TikTok video. You're just watching it for no reason. You're just watching a fast forward video and you're not going to learn anything from it. No, I don't do that generally, but maybe I need to do that to gain more subscribers, because I have seen the trend. People are watching such kind of videos more often. I uploaded one design video which is called Flutter Universe, and that is one of my top watch video. I got around 1,100,000 views on that. And when I teach meaningful GetX controllers and animation and logging and sign up, all those things, I get hardly 5 to 10,000 views. But I'm happy with that, because my whole agenda is to teach you how to write application, shippable application end to end, starting from creating login page, sign up, dashboard, fetching the data from the API, how to create a controller, how to create a base controller, how to create a base animation, how to create a widget, how to create a folder structure. So I want to teach you the core concept. I want to teach you the full-fledged application development, not just a UI thing. But of course, now and then I will start uploading the UI videos as well, because that will give me more subscriber, and of course, who doesn't like that? All right, so yes, I'll try to do the weekly upload as well. Thank you for reminder. Okay, so Aninarfa again asking, how do we show the onboarding screen that is when we take the app for the first time? How do we know that we are talking to app for the first time? So it's very simple. When you launch the application, you just create one flag and you store that in GetX storage or anywhere you want. So initially that flag will have, say for example, first launch, you created a key with the first launch, and once you read the data, you will get the null data because there's nothing in that. So If it's null, show the onboarding screen, and once you have shown the onboarding, just mark just mark it false, so it's not the first load anymore. So next time when you read, you will get the data false and you don't have to show onboarding screen. That is how you do it, and you have to do it inside your main file. Okay, before showing any other screens, you have to do this thing. You have to read the data, and if it's null, show the onboarding. If it's not, just ignore it. Okay, all right. BL Kumawat, yes, you said you will tell us about you on 20K. What I will tell on 20K, BL brother, which car you bought? Just we need to know. Okay, BL Kumawat, I bought Volkswagen Tiguan. It's an old model. It's not new car. It's a 2013 model, but it's in very good condition, so I'm just loving it. I'm going for drive every now and then. Sometimes morning I will wake up for prayer, and after that I will just I'll go to my car, I'll play something, I'll just play around with the buttons, I'll go for a ride for 1 or 2 kilometers just to, you know, spend time. So this is kind of like a kid getting a new toy. So I'm busy with that in the evening, morning time, so I'm just going out there. But it's a really nice car. It has a lot of feature. Like when you talk about Volkswagen, it comes up with loaded features. So I got the panoramic sunroof, I got a lot of automatic features, this so I'm enjoying it. About your life. Okay, so this will go in a big live stream. Okay, let's take some other question as well. So okay, Mira Put is asking, yeah, you have to do a short Flutter dev for Instagram or TikTok. Of course, I'm planning for that also, and I have taken a step for creating a short video, like hashtag shorts for YouTube, where I'm going to just give you the few tips and tricks and some pointers, like 5 common things, 2 common things, and stuff like that. Not 2 common things, of course, there'll be more than that. So I have planned for text form field, text editing field, right? What are the common properties you should be using in text field? Because text field is very commonly used widgets. So maybe in a form of short video also I'll upload videos. Thank you for that. Charles Vinod is asking how to watch for changes in GetX. So you create .obs, and if you want to listen to the changes to that in onInit method inside your GetX controller, you can subscribe to the events. So you can just write add listener, and whenever the data is going to change, you will get that event. So when you initialize the controller onInit part, you just write add listener and it's going to give you the event. Okay, SDM Male, what are the other technologies language you worked so far? So I have worked on C# for like almost 7 years. Yeah, 6.5 to 7 years I have worked on C# as a Xamarin developer. So I know Xamarin platform as well, because from beginning I was more interested on cross-platform development. I have done the Android native development, I have done the iOS side from Xcode. So I was happy with it, just like I have done for 6 months and a year or so. But then I thought the world is moving toward cross-platform development, because nowadays nowadays technology has advanced at the level that devices come up with so much advanced feature, like a big amount of RAM you have, a big size of screen you have, a big like a huge number of refresh rate you have. So cross-platform application doesn't feel that laggy, or doesn't feel that, you know, that extra thing is not missing now. Because initial days what used to happen, if you write native application, it will work fast. If you write cross-platform, or if you write hybrid application, that will work a little bit slower, because the RAM constraint was there, everything like battery power, everything was draining more. So people were a little bit confused whether to take with the native approach because of performance or go with the cross-platform. But now things have changed. Cross-platform application, they have optimized at the level that it performs as good as native. Of course, not equal to the native, but as good as native. And even like the architecture and even the sizes of the RAM have increased as the level that we can freely write cross-platform. So yes, I am into cross-platform development from like almost 7.5 years. All right. Next up, we have question from Kanwar Manraj. How to cache JSON data so that when user is offline, show him the API response from the net. Okay, and when it's online, fetch from online and save locally. Any package that could help with. So really you don't need any package for that. It's just what we call as box or data storage. So whenever you get the response from API, you just store in the local storage. And when you don't have internet, just fetch that data first. So basically you have to put a check on your whenever you're calling API. So if you have internet and if you don't have internet and you have the data inside your local storage, you will be showing that first. If you have internet, always you're going to get the data, and before showing it to the user, make sure you save it locally. So that will be the simple approach you can choose. Anin Arfat, Flutter Dev, is it good to know the data structure and algorithm? DSA is always essential in any programming language. If you're working on server side, if you're working on front end side, anything related to programming you're doing, DSA is going to help you to optimize your code, to write a standard code practice, to know how the data is consumed, to know how the memory is formatted, how you're storing something, whether you should use the variable or not, whether you should use the global variables, all those things, everything. When you're writing code with the proper knowledge of data structure, it will really make a big difference in the performance of application as well. So DSA is very essential. Of course, you can find a lot of courses out there on Udemy, or there's a lot of resources where you can find them. Which is your PC is M1 Mac? No, it's not M1. If it is M1, it would have run much faster. But yeah, this is 2019 MacBook Pro, which works fine for my day-to-day job, but for live streaming it sucks somewhere. Okay, what is your first salary? So SDM Mahale has asked a very good and personal question. What is my first salary? So I'll tell you, in Indian rupees it was 8,000. So if you convert to dollars, it was around somewhere $100 to $120, or maybe $150 at the current price. So that was my first salary back in year 2014. So when I just passed out engineering, and then I joined a very small team. It was like a team of 4 to 5 members in the IT department. And we were the whole company. The 5 persons, we are the whole company. So we 4 used to sit at the one corner, and my owner, the boss, he used to sit at the other corner. So we 5 were basically the whole team. And from there I have learned a lot of things. Like 1 year I have worked there, and that gave me so much insight, so much information, so much the work culture of IT industry. Because when you pass out engineering, you have hardly knowledge of how the ground reality, how actually thing works, how to interact with the client, how to interact, how to even write something standard format. Because I remember that time I have written something in my code, if else, like this, and then my boss came and said, what you are doing, this should be a switch statement. So those kind of mistake you will do in your early state, if someone a college pass out is listening to me. Okay, so that was my first salary. Okay, Abby Matthew has asked, any idea on compressing assets in Flutter and decompressing it programmatically? Gzip is now one way I found, but not sure. Okay, you want to compress the asset and decompress it programmatically. Maybe yeah, there should be some package out there. I haven't explored, sorry about that, but there should be some packages to do that. And if you're talking about the image compression, images which user has provided, or you're browsing from gallery and you want to send it to the server, for that you can use image compressors, which will reduce the pixel depth and stuff like that, and it will reduce the size as well. So you can use that for sending. But any asset which you are showing on the screen, which is predefined, so because assets you cannot add runtime, all the assets, all the images which you are displaying on the user interface, that has to be the same, and it has to be in the package, so that you can't modify. But if you're talking about the user image, if user is uploading something, user is creating something, so of course you can resize, of course you can decompress or compress it with the help of packages. I'm not pretty sure about the package name, but maybe we can chat in person, or you can ping in the Discord, so we can have discussion over there. Okay, Mr. Reality is saying, hello Codex, been missing you stream due to work. Hope you good, keep up the good work, much appreciated. Okay, Abby Matthew, yeah. So Mr. Reality, thank you for your comment. I really appreciate that. And the reason for the delay, of course, I was busy with something else, which everyone knows now. Anin Arfat, have you come to Kerala? Never got the chance to come to Kerala, but of course that is in my wish list. I want to come to Ooty. I want to come to Kerala to enjoy the greenery over there, to enjoy the monsoon. So I have friends over there. I have colleagues over there. I got chance to come to Chennai one time, but Kerala I've never been to. So inshallah sometime I'll be there. Okay, BL Kumaud, bro, can you tell me why we cannot update UiPath with getX OBX when we change the particular key value in the list, but with the get builder we can do why, like I able to update favorite feature in the get builder. So I didn't understood the question really well. So you're saying with getX and OBX you're not able to change. Okay, so the thing happens with getX and OBX is it listens to the observable value. So if you're using getX or if you're using OBX, you must provide the dot value property. So this is something I came to know recently. So if you have observable variable but you're not using the dot value property, so getX will straightforward give you the issue, OBX will straightforward give you the issue that I'm not able to listen to the changes. So if you're having anything inside OBX, if you want to listen to the change, you have to use dot value property over there. So in the OBX block, there should be at least one dot value property which comes from the OBX, which comes from the OBS variable. And if you use that, it will work totally fine. I make the list with .obs. Yeah, so exactly. So that thing, that list you should be using in OBX with dot value property. So for example, you have products. Okay, so in the OBX block you should be writing products dot value. So if anytime the property changes, you will come to know. But inside the product, if you have some property which is changing, then you need to make that property as well as .obs. Hope that answers the question. Okay, Abby Matthew is saying not image, pre-built database, SQLite file, JSON file. All right, I understood. So if you have any file, any random file, and you want to compress it, so maybe there should be some mechanism inbuilt inside the platform. I guess so, because first thing, if I first thing which comes in my mind, if you want to compress a file like JSON file or document file or .SQLite, any file, if you want to compress, there should be some standard OS procedure for that. So we have to check the Android and iOS part for that. Not sure that Flutter won't be having such compression mechanism by default, I guess. So you need to check on the native platform side, and maybe you have to write something called linking. You have to create a native linking for that. So that will help potentially. All right. What else we have? Ankur Saini is asking, should I prefer Navigator 2.0 if not going to use Flutter Web? So personally, I found that Navigator 2.0 is a piece of shit. Like it creates more confusion, it creates more spaghetti code. Like instead of simplifying thing, it creates a lot of confusion. It creates a lot of reference, lot of things which is really not required to make the things proper. Of course, for web you want to stick to something which is readable, and if you want to use the getX package, that would be the really game changer, because getX also use the same structure where you define all the pages at once, you define all the name for that page with a backslash, of course, and that works pretty fine on the website. So I don't recommend, or I don't even use the Navigator 2.0 in my Flutter projects. I stick with the getX state management, getX navigation management, and that works on fine on web as well, because I have created one application which is running really fine on the web. It has all the slash, and it doesn't have the hash thing as well. So you should be using getX. I think that will solve your problem. All right, enough of talking. So let's talk about the final giveaway and also the giveaway which I have announced. So maybe We'll take questions later on, but let's do the giveaway right now. So what you have to do for the giveaway, if I can show some slider, or maybe let me just write one more time. Can I search here? Hashtag Flutter. Yes. Okay. So what you have to do for the giveaway, you are going to, let me tell you what is the giveaway first. For the viewers who have just joined, Flex Clip subscription for 6 months as a business profile, where you will get all sort of royalty free content, where you can create intro videos, extra videos, and a lot of amazing things. So what you have to do, go to Twitter channel, okay, go to your Twitter account, and with hashtag Flutter, answer the question, what is that one thing you like or dislike in Flutter? And don't forget to mention the handle @AfzalAli15. So you can see in the comment chat box right now. I'll put that description in the description as well, what instruction you need to follow to participate in this. And tomorrow maybe I'll announce the 5 winners from the Twitter channel, from the Twitter account, who won this license. And maybe I'll create another video for that, where I'll just announce the viewers, or maybe I'll do a post on link or post on my YouTube account where I'll announce the viewers, announce the winners, and they will get 6 months of business account for on Flex Clip, right? So don't forget to go to your Twitter, write hashtag Flutter. What is that one thing you like or dislike inside Flutter with @AfzalAli15 handle. So 5 people are going to get that business account. So don't forget and do that. And Nateem Yusuf, nothing to worry. You came at the right time, because now we are announcing the giveaways, not the winners. We are announcing the giveaway procedure. So you have to follow this on Twitter. And about the final surprise giveaway. So I'm going to give you, let me share my screen quickly. Okay. Just in a moment, I'm going to give one t-shirt with custom made Flutter design. So let me just pull up that streamlabs.com/CodeX and let me share my screen quickly. Here we go. Perfect. So this awesome t-shirt, Flutter Create t-shirt, which has the Flutter logo and which has the CodeX logo at the arm. So you are going to get this t-shirt. One person is going to get this t-shirt. For that, you have to do one thing. You have to create a project inside Flutter and host it on a GitHub repository, and then mark that that GitHub repository you have to publish as a public repository. Of course, you have to use a null safety feature, and then you're gonna tweet that inside your Twitter account, of course, and put the handle @AfzalAli. So that link, the GitHub link plus @AfzalAli handle, you have to do on the Twitter, and you are going to get this awesome t-shirt. And of course, I'm going to order for myself as well, which cost around $19.45, like $20 it costs. So I'm going to give this one t-shirt for a person who does this particular UI and publish on GitHub. So I'll put all this description, I'll put all this steps to get the chance to win. So basically you have to create this design from the dribble, from the user Vijay Verma, who has done this nice awesome design. So I just picked this design randomly. I really liked it, and I thought, let's do a giveaway for this awesome design. So if you achieve this design exactly the same way, with null safety, of course, okay, with the latest version of Flutter, of course, and you have to host it on the GitHub page as a public repository, post that GitHub link with the Twitter handle @AfzalAli in the comment in your post, and the one person I will select which has written the proper code, the proper folder structure, the null safety feature, and everything is right, then that one person is going to get the Flutter t-shirt, which I have just shown right here. Hope that makes you interested writing a Flutter application. Maybe if you find some error, you can communicate in the Discord server. You can ask other people's. Let's have some code competition. Let's see who comes up with a better version of the application, and maybe maybe next week I'll do a live stream, or maybe next week I'll do announcement for this particular winner who have won a Flutter t-shirt by designing this awesome thing. And you don't have to integrate any API sort of thing. This is just a UI part. Of course, if you want to fetch these images, you can use any URL or placeholder images you can use, or you want to use asset, whatever you want to use, you can use, free to use, no need to call any APIs or stuff like that. But it should be as much as possible looking same design you want you have to achieve, right? So this is for the Flutter t-shirt, right? And the another announcement I have done, 5 giveaways for FlexClip, which you are going to go and which you are going to do a Twitter handle account. And sorry, I'm messing up with this pop-ups. Wait a second. Chris Thomas has joined from Ireland. Welcome to stream. Okay, perfect. So I hope you guys will create some awesome content, awesome structured code by end of this week, and you have to publish that before 25th of August. If you want to participate for the Flutter t-shirt thing, you have to do it before 25th of August, which is like 4 days, which I think is quite enough. And then maybe next week I'll announce the winner for this Flutter Create t-shirt. I hope you people enjoy this live stream. Let me just jump to the admin panel over here. Perfect. And yeah, everything is fine. And let's take few questions just before we end the stream. Okay, Anin Arfa is asking this question couple of times. Var list of product.obs, why this is not working in GetX in null safety issue? So the thing that Dart has evolved over the time, and list of product or list of object is not at all supported now. So what you have to do, whenever you create a list, you have to define what is the length of it, what is the size you are expecting. So either you can create empty list, or you can create a growable list, stuff like that. So just read a documentation over there that you need to create a filled list, empty list, or at least define a size of that. So list of object is deprecated by Dart, it's not about the GetX thing. So you may wanna look for that. And if you want to ignore all those things, you can simply use rx list and then specify your product, and don't use .obs at the end, because rx list is already observable, right? So you can achieve that quickly. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining today's stream. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was fun. So I'll write down everything which you have to follow for the giveaways in the description below, so that people who are watching later on also can follow, and you can also follow if I made mistake, if I stumble in between while telling the steps. So let's meet next week. And Anin Arfa wants to connect. So Anin Arfa sent me LinkedIn request as well. Thank you so much. I'll accept it right away. Okay, thank you so much guys for joining today's live stream. I really appreciate, and thank you so much BL Kumawat for the super chat. Thank you so much everyone who have joined today's live stream. I will see you guys with a new video next week, and I'll try to focus on weekly upload as well. So we'll meet weekly, right? And stream also I'll do quite often, as twice a month. So every alternate Saturday we can do live stream. So we can meet more often with live coding, with a lot of Flutter goodness and stuff like that. Ketan Kumar Singh is asking, please tell me, sir, what should I tell? Okay, how can we display the items in list by calling the API? There's a awesome tutorial by CodeX, of course, where I have shown everything related to fetching data, consuming it, parsing to the model, showing into the list. So you have to go to the channel CodeX, and then you will find out how to show that in a list format. All right, so I hope you people enjoyed. Thank you so much. Subscribe the channel. Of course you all have subscribed, because I can see all your comments, and leave the feedback in the comment section below. And I hope you people will participate in the giveaway, participate in the giveaway, where I'm going to give FlexClip 6-month subscription for 5 users. If you're interested in creating videos, if you're interested in creating intro, promos and stuff like that. And if you want to win a t-shirt, you have to create the Portria UI, which I have shared in the description below, and then we'll announce the winners next week. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.